Welcome to the Albert Billy Show, everyone. You're listening to us on WAT Radio, and this microphone situated here, Papa. And you're watching us on Channel 18 BTC Fiber TV, and also you can check us out on BTC Fiber YouTube channel as well. And you can see all the original programs on there, so be sure to check it out. Subscribe. Keep subscribing on there and liking the episodes. Comment on the episodes. You know, those are nice. We'll take them all day long. The nice ones, won't we?
It's a whole lot better to get a pat on the back than it is get a kick in the rear.
You're right. You're right about that. Is the sound okay on the radio? Yeah, I see it now. Okay. Just making sure. Papa, you'll need that one. Okay, well, it's a pretty fall day, Papa.
I love fall.
I do too. I hope it sticks around longer this year. A lot of times it seems like it just goes right into wintertime.
Well, the temperatures are more palatable than wintertime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
you can
summertime.
Go. Absolutely. The fall and spring's when it feels the best.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I'd say you're right.
I know I'm right. Because in the wintertime it gets too cold, and the summertime is brutally hot. The humidity. That's what I don't like about summertime now.
Do you reckon God knows what he's doing?
Yeah. But that don't change the fact that it's still really humid in the summertime. That's just how it is in the South, ain't it?
Yeah.
I mean, Georgia's really humid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh, Georgia's real humid. Further down you go, the more humid it gets.
Right. Right.
All right, folks. Well, I need to wish some happy birthdays, Papa. I want to wish happy birthday to Mr. Jimmy Reed. He had one on October 4th. Happy birthday today to, well, our mayor, Winky Cagle, Mayor Pikeville. Happy birthday, Winky. Hope you had a great one, Jimmy, and hope you're having a good one today, Winky.
Betty Rennick's?
Hers is next week. A week from today.
What day have I got it down?
Well, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe
15th is today, Billy.
Okay. Well, then why?
14th.
Well, that's what I thought too. But I don't remember reading that one though. These two. Yeah, the date. God, October's already flying by too, Papa.
Today's the 14th. Tomorrow's the 15th.
Yeah, today's the 14th.
But Betty Rennick's got a birthday today. I know I took her a card.
Yeah, well, happy birthday, Betty Rennick. And I guess I don't remember seeing these though for Jimmy Reed and Winky Cagle. So last week was Winky Cagle's birthday.
I believe he did birthdays last week. It was in the back.
Okay, maybe that's what it is. That's what's throwing me off. We didn't do the birthdays last week.
We were back there.
I knew something wasn't right here. Well, happy late birthday then to Winky Cagle.
I bet he had a birthday whether you wished it or not.
He had a birthday a week ago today. So happy belated birthday to Winky Cagle and Jimmy Reed. And happy birthday to Betty Rennick. Now we got it right. Happy birthday, folks. And that's right, we didn't do the birthdays last week. At least we figured it out. And speaking of last week, though, we did have a guest last week. Saw him, Cam and the Fresh Buzz. And he talked about this event. And that's why he was here last week, to promote it. He's going to be performing Cam and the Fresh Buzz. And of course, I don't know if Mikey will be there with him or not. He had back surgery. He's had back surgery, so I'm not sure on that part. But Cam and the Fresh Buzz will be there at the venue we're talking about. He's going to be performing at the venue tomorrow night at 10 p.m. At 10 p.m. He takes the stage at 10 p.m. It's $5 cover charge. He did great last week.
He's got a good voice. And he knows how to play that guitar.
He does, don't he?
But he has a personality that
he does.
Bleeds through in whatever he's doing.
Yeah, I agree with that. Well-rounded, he seemed well-rounded, and especially for a 24-year-old. I thought I was talking to like a 35-year-old or something, didn't you? But he knows pretty much he has songs in every genre of music, so you'll get a lot of different styles of music. So it's pretty much if you like any type of music, you'd be glad you went. He's very versatile in on his style of music.
He gave us Southern Nights.
Yeah, he sang Glenn Campbell's song.
That's Glenn Campbell. Then while you were gone, he gave me one of Elvis's tunes.
I know.
So he has a repertoire of anything he wants to do, but yet at the same time he stamps his voice. It's
he makes the song his, don't he? Yeah. And that's what you're supposed to do, make the song yours. So go check it out, folks. He'll be at the venue tomorrow night, once again at 10 p.m. And it'll be a good show, folks. It will be. And Papa, we have been wondering about the Boo Bash, if it's coming back. Well, it is coming back. Officially, it is coming back on October the 29th. It'll be from 5 to 8 p.m. It'll be right here on Main Street. The farmers market will be open.
That's 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be a big event. One thing I do remember about Boo Bash is it always draws a really big crowd.
Big crowds.
Every year it does. So we're glad to have this event back, folks. They're going to have trunk and treat. There'll be games, of course. A haunted hayride. A movie in the pumpkin patch. Well, that's different.
Is that Charlie Brown?
Probably so. I can't remember.
In the pumpkin patch.
Probably so. It's brought to you by the Main Street Committee, of course. And once again, Boo Bash is back, folks. It'll be October 29th, 5 to 8 p.m. So it doesn't say about a costume contest, so we'll have to find out.
It does not.
No, they usually have one, but we'll have to see and make sure this year. I don't see it on there. But that doesn't mean they're not doing it, though. We'll find out for sure for everybody and let y'all know. But I'm definitely glad that it's back. Definitely glad that it's back, Papa.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big event. Oh, and that's right. You wanted me to mention early voting and absentee notice for the November 8th state and federal general election. The Bledsoe County Election Commission is hereby, basically they're just telling us the early voting hours, okay? And that will start, the early voting period will be from Wednesday, October the 19th through Thursday, November the 3rd. So early voting will be from October the 19th until November the 3rd, which will fall on a Thursday.
That's next week.
Wow, that is. To vote during the early voting period, in person, you go to the courthouse. The early voting is always at the courthouse, folks. So the hours, we'll give you a few of those. October 19th through the 21st, early voting hours will be from 1 to 4 p.m. And Saturday, October 22nd, it'll be from 9 to 12 noon. And then the 24th to the 26th, it'll be 4 to 7. So they always change the times up.
Yeah, they do.
Thursday the 27th and Friday the 28th will be 4 to 7. October 28th on a Saturday will be 9 to 12 noon. So we'll keep updating you guys on that. But like Papa said, it officially gets underway next week. And I think that's all of mine, Papa. I think that's all of mine. And I can tell. Unless, let me see. No, I didn't do this one. Well, one reason is because it seems like some of it's missing. See that? So anyway, I don't know. Anyway, on Fridays, except for the third Friday of each month, you can check this out. It says the Avalon Center presents the 2022 support groups for domestic violence and sexual assault.
That's in Cumberland County, right?
Yeah, well, it says Bledsoe County is Fridays at 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. So apparently, I guess it's every Friday except for the third Friday in each month.
8 to 12?
12 p.m. to 1 p.m. on every Friday. But for more information, though, folks, you can call them at 931-456-0747. You can find out. You can also go to www.avaloncentertn.org and find out more information on the Avalon Center. All right.
We don't have a whole lot of information.
No, that's all I got on it. That's it.
All right. I've been told to announce that there's going to be a multi-family yard sale tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. It's going to be out at the fairgrounds building there.
Yeah.
And so they want you to come and buy all their goods they've got for sale.
Yeah, go check it out, folks. It'll be good.
Also, Fall Creek Falls is going to have a spooktacular.
Really?
A week from tomorrow, and it's going to be from 5 in the afternoon until 9 p.m. that night. There will be at this spooktacular, that's a cross switch from the Boo Bash, they're going to have boat rides, fall colors like none other, except you might want to drive to Gatlinburg to get some fall colors. There's going to be competitions, hay rides, campground trick or treat, and there's going to be decorating there at the campground. So they want you to come out there to Fall Creek Falls a week from tomorrow.
Okay.
Spooktacular.
Sounds like a good event.
Well, like I say, they're trying to cash in on this Halloween deal.
Yes. Like so many.
Also, this is something that has been going on for 7 years now. The Embers Ice Cream Shop over here across the road from us, that used to be the Ford dealership right over there.
Yeah, you did say that.
They're going to have a collection going on of food or toys that they give away, and they will give you a free ice cream cone if you bring in 1 can of food or 1 toy. The toys are not to be used now. So they want you to start this on November the 2nd. Come by and bring that toy or that can of food, and it will be from Wednesday to Saturday, beginning November the 2nd. And the hours are from 10 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. So you've got a 6-hour spread there to get your free ice cream cone.
Heck yeah.
This is done by the Embers Ice Cream Shop every year. This will be the 7th year.
Yeah, I like that.
I think I will take a can of food or 2.
Yeah, it'd be well worth it.
But even if you take 2 cans of food, you just get 1 cone of ice cream. Also, there's going to be a revival held out at Brockdale Mountain at the New Charity Baptist Church. That's at 4826 Brockdale Road. The pastor there is Jerry Bradley. And the telephone number is 423-667-7469. He has invited the evangelist to be Brother Cagney Bradley.
Okay.
Biblically speaking, there are pastors, there are preachers, but there are evangelists.
Yeah.
And so the evangelists have the job of evangelizing the people that come to hear them.
Okay,
This
so that's what I
will
call it.
be on the 17th of October, next week, Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday, 5 nights, and it's at 6:30 in the 6:30 at night. So everyone is welcome to come to New Charity Baptist Church out at Brockdale.
Well, tell me this: is that a new church?
It says new.
It does, because I've never heard of it.
I haven't either.
Yeah, I think
New Charity
it's
Baptist
definitely
Church.
a newer church. Yeah.
Anyway, Jerry Bradley invites everyone to come, and I'm sure everybody in the church wants you to come.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Also, there will be a country breakfast in the morning at Mount Crest Fire Hall out on Route 30 west, where it branches off to 101 there, but 30 keeps on going. You've got a Brockdale there. I mean, you've got a intersection there. This is from 6 o'clock in the morning until 10. you bear in mind, if they're going to serve you breakfast at 6 o'clock, somebody had to get up daggum early to cook that breakfast.
You dang right they did.
This is what they have cooked. If you were to avail yourself of this opportunity to get a breakfast for $8, bacon and sausage, eggs and hash browns, biscuits and gravy and jelly, homemade jelly.
That's right. That's right.
There will be butter to go on one of those biscuits so you can eat that jelly.
Makes
You
it a
will
lot
have
better.
coffee and milk and orange
Orange juice. Yeah.
But the proceeds for this to-do will benefit the fire department out there at
That's right.
Mount Crest. And
Very important cause.
They want you to be sure and come and enjoy the food and have a good time.
Yeah, of course.
And that's all I have.
Well, I will say this. You guys heard us talk about this last week. Are they still invited? It says all singers are invited to join the Christmas cantata.
Yes, that's still going on. They're
Okay.
practicing now.
Okay.
And
So they're still invited to.
and you go by the church
join
and
us.
you can get a tape of the performance so that you can
Yeah.
be practicing on your own.
That's true. That's a good idea.
People that are songsters know how to sing. It wouldn't do me any good to pick it up. I could pick up too. I wouldn't be any better off.
Well, anyway, if I can get through this without laughing, it's going to be the Christmas cantata. It's called Noel this year, right, Papa?
Yes.
It's going to be the evenings of December 9th, 10th, and 11th.
Three opportunities to get to hear this.
That's good. That's good. It's going to be at the Family Ministry Center, of course, First Southern, which is right here on Main Street. And it talks about the copy of the music and practice CDs. They're going to be provided for area churches wishing to practice on their own for this Christmas cantata. They want people to come together as a community to perform. And so anyone wishing to sing that is not affiliated with a church, you can join First Southern's practices on Wednesday evenings. They practice every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m., correct? And in the sanctuary, you practice in the sanctuary. Got that. And then for more information, you just give them a call. If you have any questions, Papa's answered most of them, I think. Practice in the sanctuary, 5:30 Wednesday. So I think it's the last detail. But if you still have questions, you can give them a call at 447-2849. That's 447-2849. That's the number to First Southern. Give them a call and ask them. They'll be glad to tell you.
I think the calls that if you want to find out, you need to make that call before 3 p.m.
Okay, that's helpful too. Yeah, because they're probably not there after that.
They're not there all day.
So call before 3 o'clock, folks. All right, Papa. Well, I think it is trivia time.
I happen to have a few available.
I thought you might. Man, that was hard last week. I do know that.
In the story of the Seven Dwarfs, which princess is associated with that story?
Oh, Snow White.
Snow White.
Yeah.
I've got a drawing that I did of 3 princesses.
Mm-hmm.
And I do remember Snow White was one of those princesses. Cinderella is one of the princesses.
Yeah, Sleeping Beauty.
That's the 3 I've done.
Yeah. No, those are the only 3. Those are your main 3.
Well, there might be some more I don't know about.
Yeah, there probably is. They're just not as popular as those 3.
Now, when Queen Elizabeth died on Thursday, September the 8th,
Mm-hmm.
who was in line to become the reigning monarch of the British Empire?
Oh, her son, Charles.
But what was his position? Prince of what?
Oh, Wales.
Prince of Wales.
Yeah.
There you go, Billy. Who was the most famous Prime Minister of England in its history?
Probably Margaret Thatcher.
Well, Margaret Thatcher was well known as a woman. There was a man more famous than she.
Maybe it was before my time.
Well, okay, I guess you're right.
I don't know
He had
what it
his
is.
heyday back in World War II.
Then yeah.
But have you not ever heard of Winston Churchill?
Oh yeah. I didn't know that it was him.
He had a better handle on history than Margaret Thatcher did.
Well, of course I've heard of him, but I did not know that he was the Prime Minister.
He was Prime Minister of England.
Okay.
And he wielded a big stick.
Did
He created a swath in history, more so I think than Margaret Thatcher did.
Right.
But that's just pure.
Well, she was just the only name I could think of, but like, you know, that was a long time ago with him.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. I've heard of him, but like
I dare say, if we were to have a call-in and people call back in, there would be more people would identify with Churchill.
Probably so. Thatcher. Yeah. Because I've heard of him. Trust me. Is there not like a? Is he famous for something else too? Is it just that?
Well, during the war, he had some sayings that he.
Okay.
He was the stalwart for England. He stood up. The big three during World War II were FDR, the President of the United States, and Churchill, the Prime Minister of England, and the French bigwig. I can't remember his name offhand. Somebody to call in.
I don't know who it would be.
Those were the three men that provided the impetus to combat the Axis of Japan and Germany and all the foes of freedom.
Exactly.
They were the ones that stood up for, and
they stood up for freedom.
And it took 4 years. 4 years of fighting. We got involved in December 741, and the war wasn't over until August of 45.
Exactly.
All right. How many white stripes in our American flag?
I'm not for certain. That should be multiple choice.
6. How many red stripes in our American flag?
I guess my lifeline is
7.
7. Okay.
7. All right. So there's 13.
13.
6 white,
okay, that's 13.
7 red. Now,
First
why are
states.
there 13 stripes?
Because it was just 13 at first, wasn't it?
But why
Or
did
was
they
that
come
not
up with
it?
the number 13 in the flag?
Well, I don't know, because it's 13 states.
13, they were not states.
What were they called then? Colonies?
Colonies.
Okay.
Very good, Billy.
Okay.
Before they became states, they were colonies.
That's right. That's what England still calls theirs, isn't it?
Yes.
Colonies. Okay.
Really, we don't have 40. We don't have 50 states. We've got commonwealths. Virginia's a commonwealth.
Oh, wow.
Kentucky's a commonwealth. You've got 4 commonwealths.
I never thought about that.
People don't think about things like that. And Albert, you shouldn't have mentioned that.
Oh, well, no. Those are going to tell me what it means here.
They're just dead. And
I'll be asking you that next.
And because Tennessee has counties, most states have counties. But
Yes.
you've got states that don't have counties.
Yeah, I know. I was in Louisiana. I noticed it's parishes.
Parishes.
Hmm.
And in New York, they have boroughs.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I noticed that too. I forgot about that, Papa.
All right, now let's get local. In Bledsoe County, when we were going to school, we had to sing the alma mater. Who wrote the alma mater for Bledsoe County? You had to go to Bledsoe County High School.
Yes, but I do think I kept up with who wrote that. I do not know.
Right next to First Southern Baptist Church, there used to be a house. That house was moved and bought by Wade Donson and Sandy.
Yeah, I know that.
So they still live in that house.
Yeah.
But that house belonged to Mrs. Breeding.
Mrs. Breeding.
Breeding, Breeding, and she's the one that wrote. She was the teacher in Bledsoe County, and she wrote the alma mater, and it's still used today. The words
Okay.
on the banks of
didn't know
old
that.
Sequatchie,
Mm-hmm.
flowing to the sea,
Mm-hmm.
stands our noble alma mater, dear to you and me. She wrote those words.
I didn't know that.
It's beautiful. It
That
really is.
Yeah.
I remember her quite well.
What about that?
Her brother, Mr. Chisholm, was principal at one time in high school.
Oh, yeah. I knew that. I knew there was a Principal Chisholm, I think, but
Chisholm.
I didn't know the story, though.
His wife, Marguerite, worked for the Sequatchie Valley Electrical Law
Mm-hmm.
for many years. And one day she called me at the store when I was working at what's Piggly Wiggly now. She
Yeah.
said, "Ever come by here on your way home from work?" And I said, "Well, okay, Margaret." I went by her house. It was my birthday.
Yeah.
She had baked me and made me some divinity candy and chocolate fudge candy and gave it to me. And she did that every year until she got past knowing what she was doing.
Oh. Well, that was nice of her.
Margaret Chisholm. Their house is gone.
Oh.
Their house was on the street where Reed Sells lives now. Reed Sells lives.
Yeah.
His house faces Cumberland Avenue, but
Yeah.
it has a side entrance.
Yeah. That's where it was. It was over
It was
in that area.
up on top of the hill. Up on top of the hill. Up there.
Well.
Right next to House of Hope.
Oh, okay.
Bill Wolf
Yeah.
has House of Hope. All right.
I didn't know that.
Now, last question. Who gave the Cherokee Indians their alphabet? He was an Indian.
Okay. There's a lot of Indians.
His name was Sequoia.
Sequoia, dang it. You know, I was going to say
Have you ever
Geronimo.
heard of Sequoia?
I have.
He was the one that gave them the alphabet.
Really?
I don't ask me who gave us ours. I don't know who gave us the American alphabet.
Okay. You knew my next question then, didn't you?
Well,
And is their alphabet similar to ours?
I have no idea how to speak Cherokee.
I wonder if they're saying in their language A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
I'll tell you, Brother Jim
We really don't know.
used this morning in Greek.
Mm-hmm.
The Holy Spirit is just one sound, and it's a guttural sound from the throat. That is how they say Holy Spirit.
Really?
The Bible
Wonder why.
says that holy men of God spake as they were moved by the Holy Ghost, the Holy Spirit,
Yeah.
to write the Word of God. And
Oh.
what that is saying is, the 66 books that make up the Bible, God breathed on those 40 men over a period of 1,600 years to come up with one book. It's the Bible.
Yeah.
But God breathed on those men, even though each man was able to express himself,
Mhm.
yet they were writing what God told them to write.
Right.
It's
He
beautiful.
picked him to do that.
It's beautiful.
That's
That's all I have in.
Gosh, you sure that wasn't Albertology today? I mean,
That didn't cost anything.
learned a lot of history today, that's for sure. Man. Well, that's it for trivia this week, folks.
Yes.
Coming up after the commercial break, we'll be back for some good old sports of all sorts.
I do have some sports.
Yeah, and it's been good lately because, well, for us Tennessee fans, it's been great lately.
We're 5-0.
That's right. Got a big one tomorrow.
Be a guest thus far.
Yep, definitely. Man, it would be something. It would be something.
Alabama has slipped back to number 1.
Yeah, and I don't really know why. They didn't really do anything to deserve it.
No, I think Georgia has slipped back to number 1.
Oh, okay.
I think Alabama's gone to number 3. Yeah, that's,
Yeah, somehow Ohio State got in between them, and I don't
I don't
get
understand that.
I don't either because their conference isn't it tough. I don't think so.
Do you remember us as the SEC providing a 1-2 punch like that before? 1-2.
No, I don't.
It's been
Been a while.
for 5
It's the only
weeks.
conference that can do it. That's for sure.
We've got 4 in the top 10.
That's really good. And we'll tell you guys all about that. And we'll have Albertology and jokes, of course.
Yeah.
That's all coming up after the break. Stay tuned, folks.
Welcome to the Dunlap Mercantile, located in the heart of the beautiful Sequatchie Valley at 15664 Rankin Avenue in Dunlap, Tennessee. Stop in today for some Mayfield ice cream or a cup of community coffee, and if you're interested in renting this venue for your event, call 423-949-2552. Stay tuned to DunlapMercantile.com for concerts and events coming to the Dunlap Mercantile in 2021. God bless.
Welcome back, folks, to the Albert and Billy Show here on WAT Radio and Channel 18 BTC Fiber TV and BTC Fiber YouTube channel. You can watch us on there as well. We want to thank our sponsors.
Yeah.
We've got Citizens Tri-County Bank, Bilbrey Insurance. Go see Frank, Susan, and Sadie, especially Sadie, for all your insurance needs. She'll want to be petted. That was his Janine Boynton, Lisa Wheeler, and Michael Walker. Farm Bureau Insurance, and he's right beside Putnam Reed Funeral Home, who's also a sponsor. Go see Matt for all your insurance needs in South Pikeville. They're both in South Pikeville, ain't they?
Yes.
Literally about the southernmost point of the city, aren't they?
Right.
Nicro Antiques, come check it out, folks. They're literally right beside us, and they have everything in this store. Everything. So it's always worth a look in there.
And it rotates.
It does, don't it?
People, I've been watching residents that rent space in here.
Mm-hmm.
They bring things in and take
That is
things
true.
out. They swap out some of the
Yeah.
product and they replenish what has been moved
I
out.
like that.
Maybe they don't have the same thing that was there before, but they've got something else.
Exactly. So you have plenty of choices, that's for sure.
Yes, they do.
Morgan Brothers, which includes the Bankwalker Brewery and the venue. State Farm Insurance, go see Nick Smith and his friendly staff for all your insurance needs. State Farm Insurance. Milldam Outdoor Adventures, it's Lola's. She's back. She's in full gear now,
They've got the
Papa.
door wide open down there.
Yeah, she's back. So go check out her shop. She'll have it all decked out for Christmas in no time. I'd say by next month.
I bet she doesn't know what all she's got.
Probably not. She's got so much stuff. Probably not. Also, Collier and Company Realty. You'll see Michelle Collier. She's been on the show a few times. And so go check her out for your real estate needs. Got Cindy Nipper. She's a realtor with Remax. Dexter's Barbershop. Been here for a long time. The Butter Dish, which used to be known as the Pig and Catch. Lee Station Baptist Church, Hilltop Meats, Seashore Getaway. Go see Adriana if you want to plan a trip anywhere in the country or the world. She can help you out there. And Southern Pearl Florist, home decor and gifts. That place is nice. You've been in there. You took us some brownies, didn't you?
I've been there more than once.
Yeah. Yeah, if sponsors do get Papa's homemade brownies ever so often, that's for sure.
I took some up to Citizens Bank the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and I went in there today to get a check cashed, and several of the employees came and thanked me for those brownies.
Oh, I bet. They're good. They're good.
They have too many people working up there to give brownies to them.
Exactly. Well, Papa, it's been a good 5 weeks at least for Tennessee fans. Off to a surprisingly, we knew they were going to be better this year.
Better.
I would not have guessed a 5-0 start though. I would have never guessed
Nor
that.
would you have thought they would be ranked in the top 10 in the United States.
No, he's doing better than I even thought he would be able to do, to be honest with you.
To show my support for the Tennessee 5-0 start, Sunday at church I wore an orange shirt and an orange tie.
There you go.
I was in full support of Josh Heupel's team that they put on the field this year.
He's a lot better than Jeremy Pruitt and Butch Jones and whoever else we had. Well, Lane Kiffin, he is a good coach, but he didn't stick around long enough. year.
he bailed out.
He did.
But Tennessee was number 8, and now they've pulled up to number 6
Dang.
by wiping out LSU.
Yeah, destroyed LSU.
They were ranked number 25 before they ran into the buzzsaw.
For real.
But the 5-0 start is the first time we've done that since 16.
Yeah.
So that gives you an idea of how many years it's been.
Mm-hmm. That's 6 years.
We took care of the LSU Tigers as well as the Death Valley fans.
I know.
And 40-13 was a pretty impressive win.
That really is, and I didn't see that coming either.
I didn't either. Maybe it was the gray outfits.
Maybe that's what it was. Like, maybe they need to wear them more often.
But anyway,
in spite of how good they've done all season, that was their best performance so far.
Oh, I think so. Florida, 38 points against Florida was pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
But I would rather have...
The stomp LSU, though, like that, at Death Valley, is not an easy thing to do.
No. And LSU was finally ranked. They had pulled up on number 25. But another thing about Tennessee is their quarterback, Hendon
Yeah, he's
Hooker.
having a terrific year.
2 things. I hear his name not only equated with Bryce of Tuscaloosa fame, but he might be the front runner in this thing called Heisman now.
He's definitely in contention now. Definitely.
I think he is. And then also he is the number 6 rated quarterback for the NFL draft.
Dang. Well, he's having one heck of a year so far.
Number 6, and that's nothing to be sneezed at.
Is he a senior or?
He's a senior.
Okay. Well, he's going out with a bang then.
Oh yes. But Saturday's win over LSU was our first since 2005.
Wow. Dang.
That gives you an idea how impressive this year's edition is.
No kidding.
Tomorrow, Tennessee faces Alabama at Knoxville at 2:30 in the afternoon on Channel 12.
For the first time in a long time, I feel like they actually have a chance.
I would like to think that they are competitive with Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama has slipped to number 3 in the rankings, and Tennessee's ranked number 6.
Mm-hmm.
So with it being at Knoxville, I would say they're probably on even footing.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
I would think the odds makers want to give Tennessee the edge.
I hope so.
By being in Knoxville.
Yeah. By being in Knoxville is why I think they have a chance. That helps out a lot.
Well, there's going to be 102,000 fans, and most of them are not going to be rooting for Alabama.
That's exactly right.
In other scores, Texas defeated Oklahoma 49-0.
That is
that
unheard
blew
of.
My mind.
Mine too.
But when have you seen these 2 former powerhouses unranked?
I thought that was strange.
That's strange. It just was unfamiliar.
Their only loss is I think the only game they've lost was to Alabama by like a point. Texas almost beat Alabama.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They almost beat them. I think it's 1 point.
It was, yeah. So they're legit. They're a good team.
But barely did Alabama beat Texas A&M to avert a 2-0 record against Texas A&M in 2 years.
I know.
Texas A&M beat them last year.
And about did again, didn't they?
The score was 24-20.
It come down to the last play. It really did.
Texas A&M had a chance.
Yeah, they really did. Man, they had a good chance.
Mississippi State, number 16 now, they flexed their muscles at the expense of Arkansas.
Well, they did. Arkansas's falling apart.
40-17.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's at least Arkansas's 3rd straight loss, at least.
Mississippi, let's see, Florida beat Missouri 24-17. Just barely won over Missouri. But Missouri slipped to 2-4, and Florida increased to 4-2.
Mm-hmm.
So I would not be surprised if Florida, if they keep on winning, they'll get back in the top 25.
I would say so.
Kentucky's number 22, but they ran into a buzzsaw in South Carolina.
Who would have thought that?
I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't either. At Kentucky.
It
was in Lexington.
I thought they would beat them.
I did too.
But
I'm still surprised by that.
but both those teams now have a 4-2 record.
Yeah.
Okay, number one, Georgia was number 2, and they demolished Auburn 42-10.
Man, did they ever?
Ole Miss took care of Vandy.
Yeah.
Ole Miss is number 9 now, but the Vandy got 28 points against Ole Miss.
Yeah, now Ole Miss didn't pull away from them until later on in the game.
No.
Like, I feel like Ole Miss maybe took them a little lightly at first.
I'm sure they did, but Ole Miss is now 6-0.
I know.
Vandy falls to 3-3, but 3 wins this year for Vandy is good.
Yes.
In the top 10, you've got Georgia at number 1, Alabama at number 3, Tennessee at number 6, and then you've got Ole Miss at number 9.
That is impressive.
Then
and then
you
you got
got
Mississippi State at
Mississippi State number
what?
16, and
Wow.
you've got Kentucky at number 22.
6 teams in the top 25,
But-
4 in the top 10. Wow.
The Big Ten has 6 ranked teams.
So they're okay.
They have 6
So
ranked
maybe the
teams.
Big Ten's a little tougher this year, and that's why they rewarded Ohio State. I don't know.
I don't know, but how about the Gamecocks? I was so impressed with South Carolina.
I know. Like I said, I'm still shocked by that. And if they keep playing like that, they'll be ranked soon.
Wouldn't it be something?
I know.
Okay, the Paul Feinbaum show.
It's always entertaining.
I watched it three or 4 different days. This was one of the posts that they wanted people to respond to. Give me your top rivalry win in history. Top rivalry win. So the first one was the first win by Vandy over UT since 1982. They did it in 2005.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's something.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia over Florida any year.
There you go.
My top rivalry win. And Texas upset number 1 Oklahoma in 2008.
That's a big. The Red River Shootout's what they call it.
Is that what
The
you
Red River Rivalry. Yeah, there it is.
Okay, in 2016, Tennessee threw a Hail Mary pass over Georgia and won.
I remember that. And I know the receiver's name, but it's not coming to me right now. He was a great
Really?
receiver. Jennings.
Really?
Remember him?
Didn't he go on to be in the pros?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Tennessee had some good years. I wish he got to play for this new coach. I wish he got to play for him.
Paul Feinbaum on Wednesday, they said the best sports story of 22 so far.
Is what?
All right. They said, one man called in and said, Brian Kelly getting out coached by Josh Heupel. That was the best sports story of 22. And Kansas over Ohio State.
That would be nice.
Hendon Hooker. Just Hendon Hooker.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Did Kansas beat Ohio State, or they're just wishing?
No,
it?
just the name, Hendon Hooker. That's the best sports story.
It is.
Okay, and it's Tennessee, and it's not even close. Best sports story
I like
of Tennessee.
that. I like it.
Of 22. Then they also posted mid-season grade for your team. Mid-season grade.
Tennessee gets an A+ from me.
Alabama got C+.
Yeah, they've been kind of lackadaisical. They're not blowing people out.
No, they're not.
No.
Kentucky C+. Ole Miss A.
Yeah, they deserve it.
Penn State A.
Yeah, shocking. I'm shocked about them too.
Tennessee A, but A+ if they beat Alabama.
There you go.
That's
well,
it.
that would be something.
That's it in sports.
Okay. Well, we'll add. Well, who does Bledsoe play tonight? Do you know?
Telco.
It's Telco. Thank you. We'll add the high school Bledsoe County Warriors will be taking on Telco Plains tonight.
Telco Plains. They'll have a good chance.
They should. That's right. And it's at Telco. But Mike and Bradley will have the call for you live here on WAT. Kickoff is at 7. So tune in and listen to the game if you don't make it down to or over to Telco Plains.
Over to Telco.
Yeah. You can listen, like I said, at 7 o'clock. All right. Well, Albert, Let's have some Albertology. We've done a lot of it in trivia.
I took this beautiful thought with me from Putnam Reed Funeral Home last weekend. I went down there to pay my respects to Miss Martha Sue Brown. She had died at 100 plus years.
100, she was at least 102, yeah.
102. But this is what I took when in watching the film. When you love and laugh abundantly, you live a beautiful life.
Wow.
And I
like that.
I think Miss Martha Sue lived a beautiful life for 102 years.
Yeah.
I never heard aught against her.
No.
I do know the lady that used to be her maid, and she would go out there and cook and clean for them, and then she would walk to the store and buy a little bit of loaf of bread or something, and I'd take her home in an old Jeep.
Man.
But in listening to some of those women that served as maids throughout the town, not all of them spoke well of their mistress.
Right.
But Martha Sue got nothing but pluses.
I can see that. I'm sure she treated them like family.
When we would take our children out there on Halloween night, they would be giving out the goodies at the door to the kids that walked up there, and the parents that brought their kids. But whenever Carolyn and I walked up there with our kids, they'd say, "Come inside."
Oh,
they
okay.
had something special for us.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
I can remember when we would go, after we bought our first car in 1960, we'd been married 7 years, about time to quit walking. But when we would, after we bought a car, we had access to go on a vacation.
Yeah, there you go.
I can remember the first year we went to Florida, I filled up with gas before we left. Sam paid for my gas.
Wow.
He paid for my gas.
That was not so.
Gas was just 27 cents a gallon. Okay, number 2. Mr. Rogers of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
His grandfather said to his grandson, "There's only one person in the world like you."
I like that.
You know, everybody has a different set of fingerprints.
I know. It's so unique.
And the Bible says we are fearfully and wonderfully made. Individually made.
Yeah.
There's no two snowflakes alike.
No.
There's no two people alike.
No, there's not. No.
But that's what I got out of Mr. Rogers.
Really?
And those sweaters that he wore, his mother made him one every year.
Oh, really?
And he wore that sweater every year. He switched sweaters.
Well, I didn't know that.
Well, that's
That's pretty good.
That's Albertology.
That's pretty good right there.
Let me tell you where I got that.
Where?
Last week when we were back here waiting,
Got out of that book, didn't you?
I bought a book. I paid $4 for that book. But I've got a wealth of information out of that book.
For $4 too. You can't beat that, can you?
Vicky's going to have to pay me back that $4. Blake Shelton. He's
Country singer.
well,
Country
he's
superstar.
on The Voice. He's
He's on The Voice too. He's a judge.
But Tuesday he announced he's stepping aside from the role that he plays as judge. My pastor says that he makes $13 million per episode.
Per episode?
Per episode, not per
God,
season. Not per season.
That is extremely high.
Now you can take that up with Jim Whitaker anytime you choose to.
Wonder how much that would add up to be a lot.
And he's got his wife on there now as a judge.
yeah, that's right. Gwen Stefani. Yep. Yes, she's been on there for a few years now.
But anyway, he's going to step aside. But he's been on there many years.
Yeah.
I don't really know it. 23 years.
Dang.
He's been on there 23 years.
23 seasons, I guess, because
23 seasons.
Yeah.
I'd say it was time for him to step aside.
That's a
But
lot.
if I was making $13 million, I might consider staying one more year.
No kidding, man. That's crazy money right there now.
$13 million. Their sports stars don't make that much.
No, because I mean, I don't know, a season's worth of that show would probably be at least 20 episodes or somewhere close to that, at least 15. So can you imagine the money he made?
But for a person to get on there, that is a biggie.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sure a lot of these fledgling stars to be, they want to get on The Voice.
Yeah.
If you got any talent at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because there's where you get recognition. And one of those judges, if they like what they hear, they'll say, let me take you under my wing.
Yeah, Blake was really good at that. He won a lot.
Well,
he won a lot.
But I think Blake got just a little bit conceited, and John Legend, I believe, on the tail end here, he got more of the people.
Did he?
I liked him.
Yeah.
All right. On Tuesday, Angela Lansbury died.
I know.
Do you remember Angela Lansbury?
Oh yeah, Murder She Wrote.
Murder She Wrote. But you know, in the Beauty and the Beast, she was the singing teapot.
Yeah, I did know that.
I did not know that.
Really? Yeah.
I did not know that. But anyway,
she was legendary though. She had a great career. I mean, she's in a lot of different things.
Oh yeah, but I had no idea she could sing like she did.
Yeah, she could sing too.
But she always carried herself well.
Yes, absolutely.
She never did anything detrimentally to her career nor to her persona.
She did not.
She really was a fine lady.
Yeah, definitely.
Angela Lansbury.
And Loretta Lynn passed away, you know.
Yes.
And that was, I hated
Coal
to hear
Miner's
that.
Daughter is what I remember about her.
Oh yeah, that movie is really good, Coal Miner's Daughter. Telling her life story. Very good.
Now, who was the fellow she married?
Oh, what's his name? Shoot.
Johnny Cash?
No. That's June Carter right now.
Yeah, June Carter.
What was his name? I can't remember what she called him. She married him when she was only 13 years old.
I met a woman this week that told me she was 13 when she got married.
God.
I couldn't believe that.
I can't either. It's like, where are the parents at here?
I thought when I married Carolyn at 16, nobody ever got married younger than that.
13's a little.
A 16-year-old wouldn't know what they were doing.
Yeah, 13-year-old definitely don't.
Younger than, and I've met. Listen, this lady that I'm dating right now. She told me she got married when she's 15.
So y'all both done that.
15.
She was a year younger than you, and she done it.
Anyway, let's go on.
I don't know about these kids, I tell you.
Like I say, I knew Carolyn didn't know what I wondered what she was doing. Why do you want to get married? Why do you want to marry me?
Yeah.
Quotation on the Liberty Bell.
Quotation on the Liberty Bell.
The Liberty Bell has this etched on it.
Okay.
Proclaim liberty throughout the land unto all the inhabitants thereof. That's the purpose of the Liberty Bell.
Okay.
To proclaim liberty to everyone that lives in the United States.
That's right. That's the way it should be.
You know where it's located?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
The city of brotherly love.
Love, that's right. I've been there.
Phileo is the Greek word for love.
Okay.
As well as eros. Eros is different kind of love. Phileo is friendly type of love. Eros is erotic love between a husband and wife.
Right, like more romantic love, yeah.
Romantic love.
Okay.
I'll stand corrected. All right. The first words, this is number 6. The first words that Charles Lindbergh said after his historic flight over the Atlantic Ocean was, are there any mechanics here? I got that out of that book, Billy.
Did you?
Are there any mechanics here?
That's pretty good.
I'm sure that plane was in terrible shape.
I'd say it was too.
He was tickled to death that he got there. All right. Prior to 1953, that's the year we got married.
Mm-hmm.
The slogan on L&M cigarettes, the slogan that L&M cigarettes used in advertising their cigarette.
Yeah.
L&M stands for Liggett and Myers.
I did not know that.
That's the tobacco company that came out with L&M cigarettes.
Okay.
It said just what the doctor ordered.
That's funny.
Just what the doctor ordered. I don't remember smoking L&M cigarettes, but
Well, they've been around for a long time then.
yeah. But when Carol and I got married, the cigarette I could not smoke was Camel. That was
They're strong.
They were strong.
Yeah.
I liked Lucky Strike, LSMFT. You know what that means?
I've smoked a Lucky Strike before.
LSMFT.
I don't know what that means.
Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
Oh.
That's what the LSMFT stood for in their
Wow.
advertising.
I did not know that.
Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. But anyway, can you imagine? The cigarettes were only a penny a piece when we got married. 20 cents a pack.
Golly, it was things were still priced
What are
like
they now?
that.
$6 or $7 a
Yeah,
pack? I have no
yeah. It's
idea.
nowhere near that.
Well, it's because of taxation, not because of the. Well, of course, I'm sure tobacco is more expensive now than it was then,
Yeah,
but
everything
taxation.
is. Yeah.
All right. The original Macy's department store.
New York City.
The first day that they were open for business, they took in $11.06.
That was probably good back then, maybe. I don't know.
1858.
Oh. Wonder what that would equate to now.
Several $100, probably several $1,000.
More than likely so.
I read this in that book.
Okay.
I learned the value of hard work by working hard.
Oh yeah.
like
That would do it too.
Okay, this is a literature quiz. I got this out of the book.
Oh no.
Have you ever heard of the two famous people, Dr. Jekyll and Mr Hyde?
Oh yeah. Jekyll and Hyde, yeah.
Or do you know the first names?
I never heard their first name.
Never heard the first names.
No.
But here's their first names: Henry Jekyll and Edward Hyde. You have to know, if you get to know someone, you want to learn, if you get familiar with them, you want to learn their first name. So now you know Edward and Henry.
Oh. Now it makes sense.
All right. Are we ready for some jokes?
Sure, yeah. I always use a few good jokes, Papa.
Well, I didn't want to forget them.
And I didn't want you to.
Need an excuse for coming into work late? Don't use these. Bosses said I didn't like these when I heard them. But this is what people
crazy.
have used as an excuse for coming into work late.
I'm just gonna tell them what it'll be.
My wife put all the underwear in the washer. I dreamt I was already at work.
That's real good.
This woman said my fake eyelashes were stuck together. I have seen some fingernails on women that I didn't see how they could work. They were so long.
So long, I know.
I don't see. They sure can't use a typewriter.
No, because they'll be breaking their fingernails all daggum day.
And there was a man that said this: I had morning sickness.
That's pretty funny right there now.
I was stuck under my bed.
And what's bad is some of these are true, aren't they?
Yes, they're true.
That's what makes it even
The
funnier.
boss says, the boss of this article said, don't use these. I've already heard. Before my friend's dreaded hemorrhoid exam, the nurse tried to put her at ease by talking up her doctor's years of experience. Then she paused thoughtfully. The funny thing is, though, he's an excellent proctologist, but he started out wanting to be a dentist, but he couldn't stand bad breath. So I'll try the other end.
Oh God, that's funny. It makes no sense.
A young boy I was caring for was staring intently at a neighbor's newborn baby when he said, "We have a baby just like that at our house, but his head is different."
Just an honesty of a kid.
These are from 9/11 operators.
Oh, really?
I had a grown man call in about a monster trying to get into his son's room.
Uh-oh.
The monster had climbed a tree and was at his bedroom window. It was as big as his dog and had hands like him, but they were tiny hands. Turns out these people had just moved to America and had never seen or heard of a raccoon.
I didn't see that one coming.
On Thanksgiving morning, now I can identify with this, I got a call from a lady who needed help making a turkey.
Yeah.
I told her this was an emergency line. She said, "This is an emergency. My family's coming over." I got a call.
Call 911 over turkey.
I got a call one Thanksgiving morning when I was manager at the grocery store, and this woman said, "Albert, do you have any turkeys left?" I said, "Well, yes." She said, "Well, would you mind going up there and getting me a turkey?" I said, "Well, they're frozen.
Right.
I'll go up there and get you one, but it'd be frozen. You can't thaw it out." She said, "Albert, will you go get me a turkey?" I said, "I'll meet you up there at the store." I got her a turkey.
Did she ever tell you how it turned out?
I never did ask. I know she couldn't get that turkey thawed in time to cook for dinner. She might have had it done for supper.
Yeah, there ain't no way.
Once when I was a waitress, a guy asked me for extra mashed potatoes.
Extra mashed potatoes.
I said,
okay.
They're mashed as much as I can mash.
That's pretty good too.
I think he wanted some more.
I think he did too.
Someone told me you shouldn't drink carbonated water because it's full of carbs.
Shoot. There's the phone ring.
I
told people to call that coming. Well, so you can see what it is, I guess, and if you can hit that button, I guess. I don't know. There you go, Papa.
I was 8 months.
No, you can lift it if you want to.
I was 8 months pregnant and saw someone I knew at a restaurant.
Okay.
And they said, "Oh my gosh, what are you having?" I said, "Chicken."
As simple as it gets.
At my funeral, and he died doing what he loved,
Right.
saying, "Cars have to stop for pedestrians," as he stepped out on the highway.
Oh man, poor guy.
Do caterpillars know they're going to turn into butterflies, or do they just wake up one morning and say, "Whoa, I'm stunning"?
That is a good question. That's a good question.
I don't know what they think.
I don't either.
It can take a sports franchise years to build up a fearsome reputation, and
Yeah.
just one word to tear it down.
I know.
Jimmy Fallon asked viewers of The Tonight Show to add a word to ruin a team name. So this is what they came up with. Instead of the Chicago Bears, it's Chicago Care Bears. Instead of the Los Angeles Clippers, it's the Los Angeles Toenail Clippers. Instead of the Denver Nuggets, it's the Denver Chicken Nuggets. Instead of the Buffalo Bills, it's the Buffalo Unpaid Bills. Los Angeles Chargers become Los Angeles Phone Chargers.
This is crazy.
Sacramento Kings become Sacramento Burger Kings. Golden State Warriors become Golden Girls State Warriors.
Go. wait. That was funny.
All
I
right.
must begin. Never mind.
Nick's mother stops for a moment as her son reads the Bible to their cat. "Isn't that sweet?" she says. That little boy reading his Bible to his kitten.
Yeah.
But an hour later, she hears a terrible racket. Running out the door, she finds Nick, her boy,
Yeah.
trying to dunk the cat in a bucket of water.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
"Nick, what are you doing?" "I'm baptizing him." But cats don't like to. They
No.
don't like to be in water. Well, then he
Most
shouldn't have
don't.
joined my church. Oh man!
That's a great comeback, too.
All right, I've got two more I want to tell you.
Okay. We'll gladly let you.
3 patients are sitting in a psychiatrist's waiting room.
Oh, God.
The first patient says to the second one, "Why are you here?" He says, "I'm Napoleon, so the doctor told me to come in." "How do you know you're Napoleon?" "God told me I was." The third patient put down his cell phone and said, "No, I didn't."
Man, those...
Napoleon,
That's pretty good right there.
God was there. All right.
Had some interesting conversations then.
This is the last one.
It'd be hard to top the ones you've already told.
At a reunion for my husband's Air Force bomber squadron, a man stood staring at me for the longest time. Finally, he came up to me and said, "I've got who it is you remind me of. I can't remember her name, but it was on the Golden Girls."
Oh, okay.
"Oh, the little grandma," I said. "No, the dumb one."
Talking about
That's Betty White.
Betty White played that character, yeah. Gosh, she played it good too. Played it real good.
Betty White is another Martha Sue Brown.
Absolutely.
Betty
Yeah,
White carried herself well,
she sure did.
but she didn't care to be cast as the dumb girl.
I know, and totally wasn't dumb at all, but she played that part really, really well. I liked Joyce. I liked it when she tell her those stories from that crazy town, wherever it was that she's from. There's all a bunch of idiots in that town. All of them were.
Yeah, they all were.
I remember the one where they went to that town. I can't remember why, but man, it's funny, Papa. I think everybody in that town was officially a dummy. Well, those were some good jokes.
I would not want to be from that town.
Well, you are definitely on a roll still on the jokes, even up your game even more this week. Those were good. Those were good. I like that book now. I'm glad you found it.
I have read that whole book.
No way.
I've
You're a
earmarked the
reader,
pages that I want to use.
Wow. That's impressive.
It is wild.
Well,
It is wild.
Really?
I'd like to think that I will live long enough to use them all.
You will. You will. And we're going. Well, you need to start using them anyway, because if they're this good, then I'm definitely okay with it for sure.
Well, I've already got all my Christmas cards made that I'm going to use. I've got the message inside, and I've got 4 or 5 drawings of mine on the covers. I just hope I'm alive to address them.
You will be. You need to make some cards. I tell him all the time he needs to sell them, because they're that good. But I know you ain't gonna do it. But you should. You should.
I took one today to printing partners up here. I drew a little dog sitting under a flower. The flower is pink and the dog is black and white. And the dog has a bug on his nose. And
Really?
I use that as an all occasion card. I just send to people.
Have I saw that one? I need to see that one.
I'm sure you haven't seen it. I've got one of a little rabbit
Yeah.
sitting, and the little rabbit is looking down at something. I just love to draw.
I know. And do a really good job at it too. So keep it up. Let's get selling the holiday cards, Papa.
Well, one of my
Greeting card business. That's what you need.
One of my favorite Christmas cards is of a snowman. The secretary at church sent it to me year before last.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is it frosty?
Well, it's just a
snowman.
Got coal buttons down and a carrot for a nose and a big old hat. But I
sounds a lot like Frosty.
There's a lot of snowmen in Christmas scenes.
Yeah, there is, and it's hard to believe it or not. After October, this town will start looking like a Christmas town. I'm telling you, it'll be all decked out with Christmas stuff like it was last year.
In October you've got Halloween, in November you've got Thanksgiving, in December you got Christmas and Christmas Eve, and then you've got New Year's Eve.
I know it. So all the holidays are around the corner.
It's going to be a busy 3 months.
It is.
Busy
it is.
3 months.
You're right about that. Well, that's it for today.
One more time.
So, like I said, you're gonna have to bring some more of them jokes next week. But yeah, thanks for joining us today, folks. And like I said, if you don't make it to Tellico Plains, well, you can listen to it live here on WAT. As the Bledsoe County Warriors take on Tellico Plains in a conference game, and it will be over there. We do have a good chance in this one, so but check it out. Mike and Bradley have the call at 7 p.m. tonight. And we want to appreciate you guys for joining us today. And we'll see you guys next time for another edition of the Albert and Billy Show. You guys have a great week.
So long, folks.
Hey, folks, Albert and Billy here. You're watching us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber. Check us out on BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and like. And check out our Facebook page. Be sure to like and share. Thanks, everybody, for watching.